Okay, it's a relatively new tool in Studio that doesn't get a lot of airtime, so I'm going to go ahead and show how to use that. Basically lets you create a mask when you're importing, or for when you're importing morphs. Typical use would be separating a head from the body, so that you get a head morph and a body morph, even though you have sculpted the whole thing all together. You can also use it to separate out rights and lefts, or to mask when you're bringing in imported, or when you're bringing in high definition morphs that should only be affecting a certain area of the body. You can create a mask so that it only imports the morph for that portion of the body. Anyways, I'm going to show you how to use it real quick. I've created a character, a custom character morph here. Let me find it. There's a custom character morph I made here called new character. It does that. It looks a lot like Victoria 7 because I cheated and that's all I did. But what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and I think people are really going to like these breasts. So I'm going to go ahead and make a custom breast morph from this character. And what I'm going to do, first step, we've got to create a mask. The easiest way to do that is to load in a deformer. And we're using a deformer because deformers can have weight maps. They don't just have to be the spherical map or the spherical influence thing. They can have actual weight maps. So I'm going to go ahead and add the weight map, and you can see it just imports or projects in the spherical effect onto a weight map. And of course the weight map is actually the thing below it, not the deformer. So it's kind of could be confusing there. The deformer has the weight map, but it's based off of its parent's geometry. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and select all the geometry, because again it did just project in the sphere node's weight map, the sphere's weights, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to select all, go weight editing, fill selected, and I'm going to fill it all with 0 because I don't actually want it to affect everything. I'm going to go ahead and reselect Genesis 3 female here because I'm going to use polygon selection to set up the weight map for her real quick, because I said I'm just going to do the breast morphs because they're quick and easy, and that's backwards right now. I got everything selected except for the thing I just selected, so I'm going to invert selection. There. That way I've got the left pectoral selected, and I'm going to select the right pectoral, and I'm just going to grow those with control and plus and plus and plus and plus and plus, and then minus and minus and right about there. So there I've got the selection. That's the area I really want the morphs to actually affect. So I'm going to switch ahead, go ahead and switch back to the weight map, make sure I've got the deformers and the weight influence map selected, and then I'm just going to fill in these polys with 100%. Boom, like that. I'm going to go ahead and I think we'll go ahead and we'll grow it a little bit more just to smooth it out and give it a smooth. Yeah, that's fine. Just to smooth it out a little bit. And I can go back in here with the tool and clean out this top edge here. However, it lags real bad when I'm recording and I try to hold down one of these keys and mouse over at the same time. So I'm not going to do much of that, but you can go back in, custom paint your weight map just like if you were rigging it, and create your custom weight map. And then once you got that set up and done, your weight map, or the weight map on the deformer is all set up. We're just going to go back to the main figure, use Morph Loader Pro, and I'm just going to bring that OBJ in again. This time I'm going to name it new character. Let's go breasts, because they're easiest to see. And we'll just leave it there for now. And attenuate by is what we're looking for here. And we're going to go ahead and look at that, and we're going to go ahead and right click, and you can see none. You can see your weight maps or your facet selections. So you can mask by the face groups, you can mask by your surfaces, or you can mask by weight maps. You can either mask by the bones that are on the parent figure, in this case Genesis 3 female, or by the magnets. Anything with a weight map basically would show up here. I'm going to use deformer 1, and of course the influence weights. Strength is 1. If that were a -1, then I'd get a morph that was everything except for the area I had masked. So if you make a deformer to separate the head and body, you just basically select all the verts in the head, flood them to 100%, make a nice little smooth transition to the neck, and then using the same OBJ, you import it with the 1, you get the head. You change that to a -1, you'd get the body. It's pretty slick. I'm going to go ahead and accept that, and I created it. And now I can go find my morph, which is down here in a bad place, but it's there. And you can see now I have a morph that just does the breasts. Not a great morph because I was just slapping it together for demonstration purposes. But you can see I used an OBJ, and the OBJ is the same OBJ I used to create the whole character morph. But now I've created a mask and used that mask when I imported it, so I only get the area of effect that I wanted. And that's how that works.